and this week is gonna just be a short episode. I think my main focus for this week is largely to do with marketing. And when it comes to the marketing, I did talk about moving towards a one-to-many approach. And I think this is where, I don't know, when I started this week, it felt like I've completely lost the plot for the marketing. And I mean, what I mean by that is that I completely almost forgotten the kind of the target customer that I was looking for. And so what I did this week is actually go back into the one-page marketing plan, which I had recommended in one of my earlier videos, and to see how, and to just have a more structured look on what the marketing for this application would look like. So I literally went over, and page by page on the book, I literally went over and then created my own one-page marketing plan from scratch. And while doing that, I was able to define the customer avatar. I was able to remind myself about the messaging, to have a clear message about the app and how I'm gonna be marketing it. And just today, I had just finished going through the traffic secrets, so going over the media and building the marketing infrastructure. And I think one of the key points in the book there is about getting the three things correctly. So to have a successful plan is to get the three things right. So the market, the message, and media. And the messaging is where I was struggling the most, because when I was reading, the first time I was reading this from last year, I didn't have a clue on all I knew was having a unique selling proposition, but I didn't know about the story brand. I didn't know about brand script from Don Miller. And if you don't know about that, what he does is essentially the message around your product should be about becoming a guide or becoming a helper towards a particular customer, or in this case a user who has a problem, and but essentially taking them to a story journey that they become the hero by taking your product, something like that. But by doing that, by designing the story brand, you become clear on their problems, the internal issues, what they're really buying for. They become clear about their obstacles along the way. And so by doing that, I was also able to design a clearer message on how I'm going to be marketing this. So I think in the next couple of days, I should be able to work on implementing the strategy across different media channels. I think the hardest part for me in this case is, which is why I went back to the book called The Traffic Secrets, is because I simply just wanted to have a clear overview on how I would want to tackle this in this space to spread this message to this particular audience. And I think what I've completely misunderstood from this book is I thought this book was all about creating a publishing plan or publishing strategy around social media and stuff like that. But what I didn't realize is the strategy that he was using when he was first launching his book. So when you're researching about your particular target audience, what you want to find is the reason why they're the main result that they're purchasing for, and through that you're able to find the pains and the pleasure of why they're purchasing your product. And based on whatever that is, let's say they tend to fall into different market categories. It could be health, wealth, and relationships. And within those, there's something called a target sub-market. And just given those sub-markets, let's say in my case, it would be about my application would be about giving them peace of mind and productivity and stuff like that. So it would be around the market of wealth, because time, and the sub-markets would be around about the topics being productive, time management skills, the framework to be productive, Like if you're also in this space, you would know like the who are influencers on this space. There are also brands, there are also tools, there are also apps on the same page. And what he's trying to tell you is that you should target these brands, these influencers, these other products that are already serving this target audience that you have. He did use an email wait list for the early signers, but this is something I just did not do. I did not target influencers. I did not think about that. But I've seen several influencers who have had this issue with spam callers on Twitter alone, that I could have like messaged them and DM them, hey, like I can give you a free access to this tool and like you can use it, something like that. And yeah, so I think that's just like a good technique to have, and that's something I'm planning to work on sometime this week, because that's just be easy. I can still send out a bunch of coupon codes to get the free access to these users, and because all I'm chasing for now is just a bunch all I need is testimonials. And I think maybe that would explain why a lot of these other builders have, you know, brands and other companies in their landing pages, because they did reach out to them and offer the services for free. And I think that's something that you should do, right? Like I guess I just did not I don't know, I did not realize that this is what you typically do. Like you target these influencers and brands, and so that they use your application and so that you can get their testimonials. I thought that's something that you do with your own list of people, but I just did not do that. So I think there's something called, this is what he called the Dream 100, or the working your way in, dig your well before you interview. And then the other version of this is the paid marketing. So the same thing, right? So with the same influencers, the same brand, people who are already targeting your target customers or target users, what you could do is you could then pay ads in front of their audience already, who is your intended users anyway. So you can just pay ads to get that in front of them.
So many ads! Oh my god, why so many ads? I got 14 ads! What the fuck? Each 30 seconds? What is going on? I can't see! Ads! 14 fucking ads!
So yeah. So I think the caveat here is that not many people would be able to, in the book he was very candid about, like, you know, it's not every influencer or brand's gonna respond to you, but you really just need one. It's like all you need is one. Like that gives me a good peace of mind. Like you just need one, someone can say yes, who is a big influencer or a big brand that can put your product out there and I can test it for you. Alright, so the next one is as you know, like Apple has lost the courts against Epic Games the last 2 weeks ago, which means I think what it means now is that you could use web payments for the App Store. I don't know if it's already implemented now, but what the court ruling said is that, you know, you can bypass the App Store to get payments now, essentially. So you can use Stripe or you can use web payments on Safari when you prompt for payment. So I think this is probably a good thing now. So meaning I can okay, so the reason why I'm saying this is because I started since the last video, right? I've seen people who are visiting the website, but I was wondering why no one was joining the beta tester. I was kind of like curious, like, as to why people are not signing up. And largely it could be because people are in different areas of the country, people in different areas of the world that the application is not supporting yet. But I think one of the biggest thing that I've learned on the one-page marketing plan is I think I even like mentioned this like a couple of videos ago, is this thing called creating irresistible offers. And there's something about my landing page that's making it hard for people to sign up easily, and I think it's the fact that you have to pay for it. So that's why I got into thinking, okay, so what if I start offering free trials for people in the United States, especially because those are my main target audience for now. That would lower the barrier to entry and get more people to actually use it. I think the downside here for me is that it is still the same as the downside here is that there's no what's it called, like there's no guarantee that they would convert to actual paying users. That's the downside here. But that's what I'm thinking now. It's like, because in the end, eventually that's where I would want to be at anyway. And so because of these court rulings, now I'm thinking about fully transitioning to this value-based pricing that I was talking about a couple videos ago, into a monthly subscription with free trials. Because I think people would love to see a product demo. I think that's what I'm working on now. Like currently right now, I'm working on building a product demo to just showcase it to people, to reassure them that it actually works. Yeah, the application works seamlessly with your device. And but I don't know, it could be a multitude of reasons. It could be because of the copywriting is not properly written, or it could be because of the images are not properly done. You know, like again, like this is essentially a landing page issue, so it could be a conversion issue. So that's something I need to work on, which is something to do with like optimization. I just don't want to. At this point, I just don't want to focus on that now, because I think the main focus for me is what I'm trying to say is like my main focus should be on, you know, crafting a great offer so that's easier to get just using it and seeing it for yourself. Look, in the end, I still want to be able to publish this. Like in the end, that's kind of where I would rather be at. It's like I'd still want to be able to publish it on the App Store, and because I think that's would probably be a better spot to be in as opposed to now. So in the next couple of days, I think my next plan would be to start rolling out the initial launches on sites like the sites like Reddit, product hunt, on Twitter, just to get the ball rolling for the beta testing. Because again, this is part of my strategy anyway for the one-to-many approach, which is to go and to the spaces that a lot of my target users are going to be hanging out anyway. So Reddit, product hunt, Twitter, and even maybe on YouTube. That's my plan for the next couple of days. I still have a bunch of bugs on the application that I'm working on, but they should not be that difficult. I think what I'm only chasing for now is just I need more feedback into the application. Yeah. Anyway, so next thing, what is the next thing for me? So the next thing for me is, at least based on the one-page marketing plan, is to so I just finished the media side, so that I finished the top level of that funnel. Next thing for me is to start implementing this and to get people inside of my funnel, since I already have the landing page anyway. So I think the landing page needs some more improvements, but it would definitely need a product demo, which is kind of lacking right now. It does show you some product demo, but it's not enough to showcase the entire application on its own, because there are a ton of features that I would love to showcase people and how it fits into their daily calls, how it fits into their device seamlessly. And that's something I want to be able to show, and that's something I'm actually working on, is creating a separate video for the demo specifically, that can then fit right into a landing page, which can go to my YouTube, which can go to my Twitter, which can go to my product hunt page. Other than that, that's really it. So if you're interested in the 3 books that got me to this journey, check this one.